My baddie, Teacher Bae neighbor. Miss Williams. Cause she's so pretty. My baddie, Teacher Bae neighbor. Miss Williams.
Y'all. So this is what we're going to be going over today. Teacher Bae. And this is all really going to be revolving around a viral teacher. And the question that I want to pose to the viewers ultimately is whether or not her attire is appropriate or whether or not it's inappropriate for a school setting dealing with young children. So you saw the first outfit. One thing stuck out to me. I read one of the comments. That's why I let it play twice. And they actually brought up something that I was thinking myself about her shoes.
My baddie, Teacher Bae neighbor.
Y'all see those shoes? I think, is that considered spaghetti strap? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the best practices when it comes to heels and what heels you're supposed to wear on what occasions. But to me, that just looks very club-esque, and that just doesn't look like it fits in a school setting. It definitely stands out. And speaking of standing out, I mean, just by taking a glance on this profile, right? We have to address the fact that, like, even let's look at this one. Like, even this outfit right here, right? It looks a little bit churchy, but at the same time, it's very loud. And when I see this outfit, what it really is screaming to me is it just screaming. Somebody commented she must think she's one of the kids, but that's kind of what I was thinking. For one, this is like how she comes to school every day reminds me and takes me back to when I was a child. And it feels very nostalgic. Here's why. Because it reminds me of like the first day of school, that feeling when everybody, your parents done bought you about three good outfits. So you're about to wear those over the next 3 days. And you got your new book bag, and you got your new pencils and utensils and notebooks, and everybody hasn't seen each other and they're putting their best foot forward, getting all dressed up. They got their hair cut, hair did, and we're taking pictures, right? That's what this is really like reminding me of when I see it. But she gets to get that feeling every day. And it's kind of like she's a teacher, but she gets to relive her childhood every day of like the first day of school and trying to make an impression and ultimately trying to be seen when truly, and we're going to look at some more of this, but truly, she has a very serious job. She has a very sacred job. And it's a job to be taken serious. And it's a job that is very important to the future of our society. And ultimately, what I'm getting is that it's all about her when it's not about you anymore. It's about the kids. So, appropriate or not, if we set that aside, I think really it just comes to the thought process. But let's take a look here. Okay. And oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so now we have our answer. That's just not going to work. And then she's trying to make it bounce and jiggle. And for good reason, because she's got the camera facing it. So she's in front of your kids, intentionally trying to make her buns gyrate for the world. So she's in front of your kids teaching, but she's really trying to convey a message to the world. Because that's ultimately what I want to talk about. She's more so fixated on going viral, right? And she's conflating her profession with her personal life. Keep your professional life over here, keep your personal life over here. But she's blending the two. She's using the professional in order to feed back into her personal brand that she's trying to build, right? Because let's be honest, it's low hanging fruit. Because, yeah, she is attractive, especially what I would consider her is like a big fish in a small pond. Let me explain. She's a teacher. So the bar is set pretty low. So it's easy for her to go in there and dominate. But be clear, if she was like trying to be an Instagram influencer and she was trying to get on just off of her looks and off of what she brings to the table, she probably wouldn't stand out. But she decided to go into an arena and specialize and niche down and go and dominate in an arena where it's easy to dominate. So that's what she's doing. And she's using that. But you're conflating the profession with your personal life, which is inappropriate and which is unacceptable. You can't do that. That's not allowed, right? And I would equate this. This is like you'll see some influencers, right? Let's say if you're a financial advisor, you see a lot of like financial advisor influencers, but they're using that and they're still remaining professional while they're doing content because they understand although I'm doing content, this isn't personal content. This is still professional content, right? But she's not doing that. She's not on here teaching ABCs, one, two, threes. She's using her profession only from the standpoint of showing that she's finer than all the other teachers that you see. And that's not okay. Because even if you see in here, look at this. So you've got teacher content on your page, but then look at this. The two just simply don't mix. And she's out of order. And she's out of line. But what do you guys think? Is this acceptable? Is this professional? And is the intention right? Because I mean, it's like a fashion show. It's like this is what she's there for. And you know, we can only go off what we see online. We can only go off the information that we're given. But trying to leverage trying to leverage the kids, the school, and make it all about you, I don't think that's okay. And like I said, I feel like you have a very sacred profession, a very important profession, and you have to take that serious. I remember it used to be teachers, they used to be sticklers. Like they used to act like it was a stick stuck up their butt. They were so uptight. And to a certain degree, I think we need to get back to that. I think that's what we need. I think that's what these kids need. They don't need you trying to relate to them, trying to be like them. She's acting like the kids, y'all. It's like she's trying to be like the kids. This is like a pose that I would see a kid take, right? At the bus stop. She's at the freaking bus ramp. So that's my main thing. I'm not a hater. You know, the outfit, of course, she's curvaceous. So the outfits are going to fit a certain type of way. But, and I don't, to a certain degree, there's not really much you can do about that. You know, I think there is a little bit of hate just based off the way she looks. But at the same time, it's obvious of your intention behind this. You're trying to go viral, right? You're trying to win in an arena that's easy to win in, and you're willing to take this risk because I mean you're posting that first video that I went to. Guess what you see? Don't you see those kids? You can see the kid's face. Now, fair play. She's not the one recording. She's got her phone in her hand, but she posted it, and that's not okay because we can zoom in on these kids if we want to, and they're going to be on the internet forever. She's going viral. So that's really all I have to say about this. It's not that big of a deal to me, to be honest. But if I'm just being real and I'm just being transparent, it's obvious the intent behind it. And she was at for this video right here, she was absolutely out of order. Wearing these pants, we know what these pants are. These are the pants when you really want your butt to be extra jiggly, extra, when you want it to look extra juicy, extra plump. Those are those pants that you wear. You could you could take a chick with no butt, and if you give her these pants, she'll look like she's got some. So she was definitely out of order that day. But it's just best to keep things private. Keep your personal life over here, keep your professional life over here. And that's what I really want us to take away, y'all. Stop getting on here posting your professional life and then looking crazy when they fire you and tell you that you went against policy that you never read. So do it at your own risk. I'd advise against it. But guys, like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join Limitless Legion. And Cash App link below if you want to tip the channel. And also feel free to join the Patreon where I do post exclusive self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.